loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So it's been a while since I've posted, and the reason being is because I've recently injured my arm while doing a training at work, and it's kind of a long story, so I won't get too into it during this video. But if you're interested in kind of like an explanation of where I've been and why the shortage of videos, leave me a comment down in the comment section below, and I will let you all know in details. But if not, I won't bore you all with that story. But I did post it on my Twitter and my Instagram. Those are linked down below. If you're interested in following me, please do. Like a brief explanation, but I didn't go into depth. But anyways, back into this build. I really adore this house. I really wanted to put this on the 15 by 20 lot. However, in this particular area by the beach in Windenburg, the smallest lot was 20 by 20, so I had to settle for that. But I really enjoy how it came out. This is definitely a smaller house, but it isn't like a tiny house. Like, it's pretty spacious if you ask me. But it's not like a huge build, but it's also not really teeny tiny, if that makes sense. I really love the beach vibes that I'm getting from this house, with the different woods used and just the overall shape and the kind of simplistic silhouette of the house. I really enjoy it so much, and I hope you all will enjoy it too. The inspiration behind this was actually a picture I came across on Pinterest, and I really liked how it looked. Lately I've just been really into like tiny homes and modular builds and just unconventional ways of living. That's kind of what I've been looking up a lot in my spare time, and I got inspired by a picture off of Pinterest. I'm not sure how it looks on the inside, but I did what I could with the layout and everything based on how the picture looked from the outside, and I really enjoyed it. I feel like this place will be ideal for a younger demographic, only because it has like nice cool beachy vibes, and it's not super what's what I'm looking for. It's not super traditional, which I feel like a lot of older people seek a lot of value in, but it's not super wild and crazy, but it's contemporary. I guess that's the best way I could put it. It's definitely contemporary, and I really enjoy it. Here we are in kind of like the downstairs space. This is actually like the ground level where you actually come in. The main door, or the front door, is actually on the side of this build, and I really enjoy that because it gives you kind of like a uninterrupted view of the front of the house, and it has a lot of curb appeal, and I just really enjoy it. And I also wanted to do a lot of large windows on the side of the house, so I felt like it was appropriate to put a large glass door there as well. Like I said, it's 3 stories. There's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and there's kind of like an office space. That office space can easily be converted into a 3rd bedroom. And I really enjoy how it came out, and it has all of the features that you would expect in any other house. There is a washer dryer connection. There's also like a living room space, dining area. It's not like like a formal dining table. It's more like a breakfast table, but this isn't a huge house, so typically you wouldn't expect a lot of people to be eating here regularly anyway. I would say my favorite part is just kind of like the deck area, which is on floor number 2. I really love kind of like that outdoor space, being able to enjoy the outdoor elements without going away from home. I really enjoy it so much. What I do with the top bedroom here, I make it geared towards like a child's aesthetic, only because the space was so small, and also I feel like I don't really do a lot with kids rooms or children's spaces in general in residential lots, so I really wanted to touch on that a little bit. And I like how I was able to incorporate nature with the frog rug, as well as the treehouse dollhouse. I'm not sure with that treehouse dollhouse if it can be used by children. The description said toddlers only, but you can let me know if you decide to download this lot. It is available on the gallery, and that link is down below. I really enjoy the top area because although it's small, I feel like this space is used very thoughtfully and everything is really maxed out. There's even like the walk-in wardrobe that came with Get Together. So I really love that space. I also enjoy I enjoy the bathrooms. I've said this several times before, but I love all of the plumbing features that came with the Seasons pack. I really love the overall aesthetic, especially the tub as well as the stand-up shower. They are just super adorable, and I was just so glad to use them in this build. I feel like that those are my go-to plumbing options. I like what we did here in, I guess, the living room, kitchen, dining area. It is basically like this one big space. Obviously it's divided by the floating staircase coming down, but I wanted to better define the space with those bookcases that also came with Seasons. I sized them down and they still work perfectly. I would have left them at size, but they're just so tall and I didn't want the floors to be super high, or the walls rather to be super high, so I sized them down and everything worked out perfectly. What I was doing here in like the living room space with those shelves and things, I was trying to make kind of like a floating shelf area, but I didn't too much like how it came out. I do a bit of shifting around of the kitchen. Like I said, there's not a whole bunch of space, but it doesn't feel super cramped and tiny. So you will see me just doing a lot of rearranging and just redefining spaces. I eventually turned kind of like the living room area and kind of like a more of like a lounging area. I put in the bar that came with the Jungle Adventure pack to match the counters and the cabinets that also came from Jungle Adventure. And I just felt like it was nice to have kind of like a bar setup just so you can entertain your guests and have a place to kind of sit around, or if you wanted to read a book and have a glass of wine or a glass of juice as they call it in The Sims, you can do that all in one central space. And right now I will have to say my favorite painting is that multi-panel piece that came with Seasons of the beautiful scenery that I use behind the couch. I really am enjoying that. I guess the kind of feel I was going for was kind of like shabby chic almost. I really wanted to stick with a lot of natural woods, a lot of natural colors, but also add in pops here and there just to give the place a little bit more of interest. I really enjoy that diamond shaped light that I believe came with the Fitness Stuff pack. It's over the breakfast table in the kitchen, and in the rooms I just use kind of like that I guess you could say basic. It did come from Base Game, that hanging lighting fixture, and typically I don't like those, but I feel like it works in this house. I really do. I felt like the living room space was kind of awkward to put in a TV, so I just opt to put one in the master bedroom, and then there's also one on the second floor in kind of like the office loungy area. There is no TV in the kids room because of all of the windows, but hey, they have plenty to keep themselves entertained, and if they really want to watch TV they can only just go down one level, so it's not that bad. I really enjoy the bathrooms. Although they're really simple, I feel like they're effective. The one on the second level is mostly kind of wood on the wall paneling, and then the one on the ground floor is like concrete, and I really love those contrasts. And it's like, although I'm using basically the same plumbing items, just changing the wall paneling and switching out the swatches gives the bathrooms two completely different feels, even though they are using the same items. Here we are in the lounge room, and this kind of gave me a little bit of trouble because it's like an awkward little space. It's that huge glass door right by like the deck area, and it kind of cuts, well, I don't want to say cuts out, but it kind of limits just how much furniture and things that I can put in this space, but I eventually make it work. And I know I already did this, but I also had to take into an account of adding in that second door to the bathroom on the second floor, only because I play tested it and it was so annoying having your Sims go all the way out and around just to go to the bathroom. So I wanted to make sure there was access from both sides of that floor. So yeah, here I am just adding in a couple of pieces here, some decor here and there, like in the kitchen, adding in like the paper towels and the decoration box that came with seasons, as well as this kind of display piece of, well, it's not a piece of, it's a plate, and I believe that came with City Living, if I'm not mistaken, and just a little touches here and there and everywhere just to make the place feel a little bit more like home. This space here on the second floor opposite of the bathroom, like when you go up the stairs, that landing was also a little awkward for me, only because it's not big enough to be a room, but it's kind of too big to be a hallway. So I felt like I had to, you know, fill up the space with something. And I remembered that I made that kind of alcove in the wall. At first I was going to put a door there, but I ended up putting the stackable washer and dryer there. So I decided to just adorn it with additional things from the laundry pack, as well as some things from Seasons and Base Game, just to kind of make that space feel like it has more of a purpose. Here I am just swapping out that window. I initially used the one from Jungle Adventure in the kids' bedroom, but I remembered that I didn't have a glass panel, and it will be kind of weird having just a window with no panel. You know, especially with Seasons. I would imagine that that would have an effect on your Sims in that room, so I wanted to make sure everyone was nice and comfortable. Now I'm adding in just kind of like this, I guess you could say like a chunk of concrete almost. The house has been raised on a foundation, so it is technically foundation, but I'm trying to make it look more rock-like, more natural. And I feel like that was just a perfect additional little lounging space. It's not huge, but like I said, this isn't a big house, so you don't really need a whole bunch of space. But I wanted somewhere where your Sims can go outside and just enjoy the breeze and enjoy the sun without having to leave their lot. So I really enjoy it. I am so in love with that square umbrella that came with the Seasons pack, and I just felt like this place was just a little, it's a little extra treat on the side. I really enjoy it. Now I'm doing a little bit of landscaping here, just adding in some of those bushes and some trees just to make the place feel a little bit more complete. Also just to provide some shade. Of course with Seasons now we get heat waves and things like that. I'm not sure how effective shade is, but aesthetic wise I feel like it's necessary. I really do. I love the shadows that are cast with all of the different trees and plants and stuff, so I wanted to make sure that this place felt full in that respect. So yeah, I used a lot of items from Base Game because I didn't see too many like greens and shrubs from Get Together, aside from the ones that you can basically live in, and I really didn't feel like that place that kind of fit the aesthetic, but I made up for that by using the terrain paints that came with Get Together, the kind of broken up ones, and I kind of mixed them together just to differentiate from areas that are newer opposed to ones that are more worn in from people walking on the path. But yeah, I'm just finishing off the place with some more terrain paint, just adding in a little bit of dirt at the base of the trees and the shrubs, and also around the bottom of the building. I feel like just adding in that much more detail, it makes the place feel more realistic, and I really enjoy it. I just extended out that deck 1 square over so we can accommodate the hot tub. I felt like that was a must in this place. and I just feel like it just gives that much more of activities that you can do, especially when you have your friends over. It's a nice conversation starter, and just some other little touches like this wind chime that came with the backyard stuff pack. And I add in that basketball goal around the back. Now I do switch that out off camera to the regular stand-up one, only because since the house is now on a foundation, your Sims are no longer able to reach the one that sits on the wall. So I do switch that off camera, but the basketball goal works. So yeah, I'm just doing this little trick that I do from time to time when I size down the lights and put them on the end of rails, and I'm just, you know, just adding in the final touches. I absolutely adore these couches that came with the fitness stuff pack. I love the colors and all of that. But anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also feel free to follow me on my social medias, which are always linked down in the description bar below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.